Bin ich dabei der Zentrale richtig? Ja. Ich habe hier einen Herrn vor mir stehen, dem ist in Edeka Düsseldorf, ist der wohl gefallen und wurde dann von dem Personalwasser ausgelacht bzw. bestimmt. Die Frage ist, können Sie Englisch sprechen?
Die Woche neutral.
Schauen wir mal, was wir am Samstag machen.
Ja.
Ja, das wäre schon bitter, aber naja, vielleicht sind Sie jetzt aufgewacht, wenn wachgerüttelt worden, dadurch, dass man eben doch zu sehr ans Gewinnen gewöhnt war.
Ja, okay, gut. Dann hole ich ihn jetzt ans Telefon. Okay, danke.
Also ich meine, ich sage ja auch, also
Hello? Hello?
wir hatten ja das Glück, dass man
He's looking for someone who can speak
nur
English.
Ja, ja.
Sehr schlecht. Hello? So. Can you speak English? Yes, I'm hoping you can help me. So first of all, I want to commend the Leo's Hospital in Bonn. They've been very kind to let me use their phone. Over about a week ago, I was in Düsseldorf. I was shopping in your Edeka store. I went around the fruit stall, and the cleaner had, I think it was mashed peach and water on the floor that I did not see, had not cleaned it, and I wiped out very badly on the floor. I called out for the cleaner to help, and she ran away. I then spoke to other staff, and no one knew what to do. My medication went flying, etc. My left leg was then in extreme pain, my hip flexor and my groin, and I said, look, I need help in order to do something. Okay, thank you. Yeah, well, what happened is that I then went to my doctor because no one would actually help me. He was closed, so I ended up in the hospital, and they did scans of my leg. The one unbelievable part was the cleaner came back and then called me a liar, so they checked the camera under the car and it was broken. So I had 5 staff around me not knowing what to do, and I just said, you know, North America, some kind of compensation, or do call somebody. And nobody did anything, and I hobbled out the store where people were just staring at me. It's just unbelievable. And so basically the hospital report says I now have a bad contusion in my groin, and it's very difficult for me to walk around. Now, I work as an IT manager at Sky Deutschland SAP, and I have a couple of big legal battles against them. So what happened is later that day I was in the Starbucks in Hofmann in Düsseldorf waiting to catch my train. Because all my evidence and legal reports are in my bag, and I was extremely tired from the Edeka and the hospital and everything, I turned my back for 1 second, and someone stole my bag with millions of dollars worth of evidence in my backpack. So the Starbucks, in the Hauptbahnhof, in Düsseldorf. So now my day has gone from really bad to now I'm in big trouble. So the Starbucks staff wouldn't call the police, so I thought, you know what, I'll go back to Edeka. It's a premier shopping mall in Germany. I went back there. The manager, and this is where it becomes really unbelievable, the manager basically called the police. The 3 police officers were intimidating me because I couldn't speak German and really trying to get me not to make the report. And the problem where I have with Edeka is your manager was joining in. I can't speak very good German, but I can understand to a degree. And they were laughing at the fact that I fell down earlier in the day in the store, and the fact that I had all my stuff stolen. And I got walked out the Edeka around 11:30, 12 o'clock at night with your manager mocking me and these 3 police officers. No report was actually done, and I had to go back to the Bundespolice and beg them to write a report, which they now have done, of 28 reports, 28 items missing, including my Canadian driver's license, ID, my SAP phone, laptop, clothes. Like, I got wiped out, and I'm literally hobbling around. The reason I'm in Bonn is I'm trying to get all my things back, so I've been to the Ministry of Justice, the Ministry of Interior, everything. I went into one of your Edeka stores and explained and said, look, I have the hospital report. I don't understand why your Edeka staff behaves so badly. She wouldn't even let me use the phone to contact you And I had to stumble to a hotel, actually, Leo's Hotel. And to be honest with you, they've been exceptional, but to me it's just normal customer service. But compared to the way I've been treated by Edeka, for me to walk in a store and just explain to them what I've explained to you, and this allow me to use a phone to try and understand why I was treated like that, I'm at a complete loss. Because Edeka, as far as I understand, is one of the most premier shopping, food shopping malls in Germany. Right, and I'm in one of the premier ones in Düsseldorf, and for that to happen, for me to have the accident and not do anything, like do absolutely nothing, is one thing. To then go back there and call the police and... Sure. It was on Berliner Allee, the premier one.
Okay. Dann tragen wir Sie wieder ein. Danke. Tschüss.
Yeah, the problem is all my laptops, phones, and everything are stolen. So I literally thought, even the So the things that happened in the Edeka market, I'm dealing with the theft, hence I'm in bond with all the ministries. The problem I have with Edeka is, firstly, I had a really bad accident, and now I have an actual injury because I had a scan in one the evangelic. But then to go back to the Edeka, and I spoke to one of the staff who got the manager. She had blonde hair, and when the police turned up, they were speaking in German because they think I can't speak German. I understand enough, and they're mocking the fact that I fell down, and then in Starbucks had all my stuff stolen. That was I mean, the thing is, the fact that my bag got stolen has put me in a seriously dangerous situation, because not because of the value of the USB or the information on it. Why a manager or the owner, they said she was the owner of Edeka, obviously she's not. To find that funny, I am at a loss.
Jasmin, kann ich das einfach hier rauslöschen?
Can you just bear with me 1 second and I can get the police report? I have the police report right in front of me. Okay. So the actual date that it happened was 11/6/2008, and the report was made at 11/6/2018. Well, that's how my whole day started. The wet floor, then the cleaner runoff. Then the staff didn't do anything. Then the staff actually came back and said I lied, because it actually got so bad. She said, "Oh, I came and tried to help you," and this person spoke Serbian, and I said, "How can you ask if I'm okay if I can't speak Serbian?" And they all kind of looked the other way, and I'm like, "What is this?" So nobody helped me. I hobbled out the store. So that's one scenario. I ended up in hospital for 4 hours on massive painkillers because they did a scan and I ripped my muscle with my leg. But then I ended up in the Starbucks Hauptbahnhof because I was trying to get all my evidence together for my profits. Because I was treated so badly in the Hauptbahnhof, which isn't related to Edeka, I thought, you know what, I'll go back to Edeka purely because I know the name Edeka and it's supposed to be Premier, right? And then that's when the manager, to be fair, she did call the police. Where I have the massive... Yeah. Right. Yes. Is it? Well, I've sent several emails and I have no response.
Come on, Maya.
Is it possible to get Noise to give me a call today on this phone number?
Ja, natürlich. Ja. Fahren Sie mehrfach am Tag raus oder lassen Sie das Auto stehen?
So is it possible just for easier for you if I pass you back to reception and you can speak in German and she can log down the details that I need to know, like your name, your time, who you passed it to, what the manager's name is in the noise office, but it's easier for you if I give it to the girl because then you can speak in German?
Mit dem Auto?
It's the receptionist at the Leo Hotel that I came in to use the phone.
Das kannst du jetzt nicht genau sagen. 40 Minuten eher.
But I would also like information from who you, like I don't know who I'm talking to.
Hello. Yes.
Can I have your name as well? Yes, it was, yeah. 138.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, and your name?
Here you are.
I have no problem with that.
Okay,
if I could just get your name to relate to the phone, that I can give you all my details. I have no problem.
Building. Here's the traffic light. After the traffic light, you turn sharp right.
M-A-R-E-K. Okay, so my name is, first name is Barry, B-A-R-R-I-E.
Da muss man dann reinfahren.
I-E.
Bis zum Gate.
Last name Fraser, F-R-A-S-E-R.
Ja, und dann öffnen wir die Garage. Zum Reinfahren immer klingeln. Rausfahren drücken Sie hier links. Den Taster. Dann geht das Tor hoch und oben die Garage.
Yes,
also das
so
Tor muss
project.
ranfahren.
Ich habe ein Fahrrad in mijn auto, muss ik ook
Manager.
met das Garage zu kommen.
Yeah, so
von
English
außen
spelling,
muss man immer einmal klingeln.
Manager,
Dan kan ik van hier in de garage.
2018.
Ach, vom Hotel? Ja, dann fahren Sie mit dem Aufzug ins Untergeschoss. Wenn Sie in die Garage fahren,
P-R-O-T-O-N.
gehen Sie durch die
Yes.
Türe, den Gang
Mail.com.
bis zu diesem Aufzug. Und dann können Sie bis zum Zimmer fahren.
Is dat weit van de wegzulijn?
All my phones are stolen. This is why I was trying to resolve it now, but I don't have anything. I'm totally wiped out. Yeah, that's what I was saying. But the thing is, I'm not staying in this hotel, right? I literally just came to use their telephone.
Sie können auf den Platz Nummer 17 müssen.
17, gut. Okay. Danke vielmals.
It's difficult for me without a telephone, but yeah.
Der war schon da, genau, der war schon mal da.
Okay, so how do we do this? Because I'm in obviously a difficult situation. I can access email, telephone. I don't really want to have to go. I mean, I went to one of your Edeka stores thinking it was going to be zero problem. And I ended up getting in a stupid argument with the manager who was then, get out my store, I'm going to call the police. And I was just like, because I want to use your telephone, so I found that incredible, to be honest with you, the Edeka and Bomb to react like that. But yeah, so how do I do this? What happens from here? So the initial when I fell down, yes. But it okay. You know what it was? Well, I'm gonna have to go to. I mean, I have very little money until I get all my bank cards and my. I mean, I literally have the only things I have is me, a jacket, and my passports. Everything else is gone.
Okay.
So yes, I can't access my emails. It's just today I'm totally exhausted. And incredibly, just on a customer service level, I worked in customer service when I was younger. The girl that I came to at the hotel was like, do you need a shower or something? That is way above and beyond. It's got nothing to do with that. When I even went to the store, not let me I don't understand that on a customer service level. I don't.
Ich glaube, alles andere war jetzt
And the other thing is,
ambulante.
to be honest,
Ach so, das steht dann.
accidents happen in supermarkets, right? They happen everywhere. That's one thing. They didn't deal with it well. But for the manager, later that night, when I'm exhausted and I'm now in real trouble, laughing at me with German police officers, I don't get it.
Alles klar.
Dann stimmt es auch, ne? Weil da steht kein Abriss drauf.
Das nur noch mal für uns auf, damit wir, weil sie das selber abholen dürfen.
Right.
Das ist dann immer noch mal was anderes. Okay, alles klar. Super. Danke. Also Kleinfeld dürfen selber abholen und der Rest ist ambulant.
Dann rufe ich Kleinfeld an.
Right. In Neuss. Is the headquarter in Düsseldorf or Neuss?
Hallo, Frau Roth. Die Apotheke hat geliefert.
Yes, sorry, so I see.
Das ist quasi alles für Sie einzugeben.
Das sind bestimmt noch mit einem Ausflug, oder?
Ausflug ist auch noch.
Okay. So.
Kannst du dann im Sinn von schauen, ob ich das alles richtig gebucht habe?
Ja.
Wenn das so
Alle einzeln, sind die alle einzeln?
Ja. Wenn das passt, dann einfach zu Frau Fecke und zwar.
Das hier ist das, ja?
Genau.
Kann ich
Nur
mir
das hat die Namen, du kannst entweder auf, genau, oder du gehst auf Buchen, ich weiß nicht, ob es dann viel größer ist.
Ja.
Genau.
But I don't have a phone. But yeah, go on.
Rezeption? Ja, wollte ich erst nicht.
So just before I go, obviously, coming from North America and they're all customer service based, right? If something like that happens in a supermarket, generally it's how can we? First of all, are you okay? I'm sorry. Is there any compensation? Blah blah blah. It was kind of can you just kind of get out the store because you're lying down. You've given me an accident number. Is that something they should have done? The thing is, I actually said to them is, should you not call the head office or something and like record this? And they didn't record anything. That on a procedural level, is that right? Like if something like that happens, surely they should call somebody. No, I mean them. I mean when it actually happened in the store. They had to do something, like procedurally, they should have called head office or they should have called someone, not just the store. That procedurally can't be correct.
So, dürfen wir uns hinstellen? Ja. Schönen Abend, bis morgen.
Hallo.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I want to I want to thank the Leo Hotel for treating me like a normal person. Thank God I got through to someone, but yeah, I'm in a really bad situation. I've never quite come across anything like that from a supermarket, but I will await your email tomorrow and take it from there. It's not quite as easy as that though, right, without a telephone. I mean, I'm in survival mode right now.
See you tomorrow. 8:30, right? Yeah. Thank you. Hello.
Okay. Okay, so if you do call them and they aren't there now, why can't I talk to them now? Okay. Okay. Okay, no, yeah, alright. Bye-bye. Thanks so much. Bye.
Okay.